President Trump pulling Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik's nomination for U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. This comes amid concerns about how House Republicans' razor-thin majority and questions about whether she'd actually have the votes to be confirmed by the Senate. The president confirming the news in a post on Truth Social, saying it is vital they maintain every Republican seat in Congress. Our Capitol Hill correspondent Jay O'Brien joins me now. So what's going on with Stefanik, and have you heard from any lawmakers since the news broke, Jay?
Yeah, it's looking like the primary concern here, Kira, was this razor-thin House majority that would have shrunk even more if Elise Stefanik had been confirmed as UN ambassador. It would have shrunk from a 218-213 Republican Democratic majority to a 217-213. And we've seen the issues facing House Republicans as they've tried to wrangle the House Republican Conference together and pass significant pieces of legislation. And they've got to pass this budget that has all of President Trump's campaign promises in it in the months to come. So this was a serious concern for congressional Republicans. And even if Republicans could hold on to Elise Stefanik's seat, which they had a decent likelihood of doing, it would have taken some time to fill that seat. And they want to get this budget voted on sooner rather than later, again, in the months to come. Now, there is a question facing what's next for Elise Stefanik here, because she was the number 4 Republican in House Republican leadership. She left that role, and that job was filled when she became the nominee for UN ambassador. She can't take that job again, and sources close to us say that Lisa McClain, our sources close to the situation rather, tell us that Lisa McClain, who's now in that job, is not going to step aside. Trump has said that Elise Stefanik will return in some form or fashion to House Republican leadership, and Speaker Johnson put out a statement just moments ago saying that she is going to have a quote-unquote seat at the leadership table. But exactly what is next for her political future is very much unclear. This is something that if you're Elise Stefanik, you did not want. She wanted to be UN ambassador, Kira.
So the decision to pull Stefanik's nomination comes less than a week before 2 House elections or special elections in Florida, right? So is there any concern for Republicans there?
There was concern in one district where the Republican candidate Randy Fine, who's running to replace Congressman Mike Waltz, who's now the national security advisor, was seeing a bit of a fundraising disadvantage compared to Democrats in that district, or the Democratic challenger in that district. It's still unclear exactly what the eventual outcome of that race is going to be. Again, there have been some murmurings of concern amongst Republicans up here on Capitol Hill who really don't want to lose another seat and have that razor-thin majority shrink anymore. That is typically a pretty safe Republican district, as is and was Stefanik's, by the way, as well. But in those typically safe Republican districts, they're the only districts at play right now. So Democrats are pouring all they can into having upset victories in that district and other districts too. And that's leaving some Republicans very much concerned, uncertain, unnerved, whatever word you want to use, about how these special elections are ultimately going to play out.
All right. Jay O'Brien, thank you.